Welcome to amazing, delicious, high fiber, high protein bean salad that literally is all about longevity.
This is beautiful, easy to make, and it's perfect for summer season. Into a bowl, we've got 3 tins of beans of choice.
Mixed beans.
So it's going to be a total of 750 grams of mixed beans. So we've gone with butter beans. I think they're creamy, they're buttery. We've gone for chickpea just for a little variety of texture. These have all been drained and rinsed.
And we have 1 tin of black beans. So 750 grams of beans of choice. We chose organic beans because we believe they're better, supporting better agriculture, and they can often be tastier and more nutritious.
Next step, summer in Ireland. It is warm, it is beautiful. There's lots of really incredible produce on the farm or our farm. So we've cucumbers, we have some heirloom tomatoes. Heirloom simply means older varieties. And then we've got some herbs.
And as we said, this is all about longevity because it's naturally high in fiber and it's packed full of fresh, juicy, delicious stuff.
And plant diversity.
It's high in protein as well because obviously beans are a great source of protein as well as complex carbohydrates.
So I'm going for a tiny dice. So in every mouthful, you're gonna get some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some herbs, some capers and some avocado. So this is one of the keys to good health is diversity. And this dish in itself will have over 10 different plant-based ingredients. So packed full of plant diversity. Next up we have tomatoes. This is Le Coq de Boeuf beef heart and this is an heirloom variety. We are going to, again, ideally finely dice them. Easiest way to chop a tomato is to use a serrated blade, meaning it has teeth on it.
Salad, it's all about detail and it is about textures and different kind of shapes. So in this case, Stephen is going to go tiny dice again into small little cubes ideally if we can.
And tomatoes, one of the keys to, people might remember MSG that they'll add, has often been added to food to add more flavour. Tomatoes have natural glutamates and by adding salt releases and increases their glutamates. So putting salt even straight onto our tomatoes there, if you want to sprinkle on some salt,
yes sir,
Dave, will just help release the natural glutamates and increase the flavour. Okay, so we've got 2 tomatoes, 2 cucumbers. I think a really important thing with a salad is to have a surprise element. Not that capers are a huge surprise, but capers, they grow on bushes. They're kind of acidic. There's a pop, there's a juiciness. They're really lovely and salty because they're stored in a brine.
Obviously, if you don't like capers, leave them out. And they do have that kind of pickly, kind of fermented, acidic kind of element, which is great. And the texture is quite different.
Yeah, now time to add a whole food source of fat. So I've got a ripe avocado. Important thing, just as we'll always say, season as you go. Squeeze on a little bit of acid, lemon or lime on top. It'll just help, one, increase the flavour and a pinch of salt, and it'll also stop it oxidising or going brown.
Yeah.
Boom. Very important.
And really, finally, we've got lots of herbs. So obviously, you know yourself, if you don't like parsley, leave it out. If you do like coriander, great, add it in. If you don't like coriander, leave it out. You could use basil. Mint, you could use any of these ones. The thing is to kind of go with a small dice. Stephen is adding the stalk here as well. We do love loads of herbs, particularly this time of year where there's an abundance of them grown. Like there really is, they're grown everywhere. As we said, it is a longevity salad.
When you say longevity, what do you mean?
Well, if you look at one of the longest living families of siblings in the world, it was a family of sisters, 8 sisters, Icaria in Greece, and they lived to a cumulative age of over 800 years. So on average, each one of them lived over 100 years. And one of the main meals which they ate for most of their life was a minestrone soup at lunchtime. And it was based around lots of beans. It was lots of beans and greens and fresh vegetables, just like this is. So that's why we call this a longevity salad. Packed with fibre, packed with complex carbohydrate, naturally high in protein, and it's got lots of fresh herbs as well. So it really is such a healthy, delicious way of enjoying your food.
Really easy to make, like literally takes 10 minutes.
So you're adding in loads of herbs now.
I like herbs. I love variety. I think they add just an extra element, extra degree of sophistication. In terms of dressing, you could leave this undressed, but the way I like to dress it is that I will make a simple
Well, if you were to leave it undressed, you might make a dressing out of tamari and some apple juice and maybe salt and pepper and things like this if you wanted it to be oil-free. But we are going to make a simple vinaigrette at 3-2-1, so 3-part oil, 2-part vinegar and 1 part sweet.
If I was to make this ahead of time, Dave, how would I ensure that I get the longest out of it? Because when I make this and I've put salt in my tomatoes and my cucumbers, they kind of weep. All the water comes out of them.
So I'd probably make it separately. I'd chop tomatoes as I eat it. I'd keep the beans separate and then add tomatoes and cucumbers each time. If I was going to eat it over 3 days, I'd just mix all the beans. I'd have my dressing mixed. I'd have all the components mixed separately and then mix a little bit as I wanted to use it.
Or even if you made it and it did weep, you could just drain the water out and dress and
very
go for
good.
that.
That's
Yeah. Okay, we're making a sipping 3-2-1 vinaigrette. So we've got 3-part olive oil. So we went with about about 2 tablespoons. Come with about 1 of vinegar. I went with an apple cider vinegar, and I've just got a little bit of sweet, a little bit of maple syrup or whatever it is you have.
Give it a little pinch of black pepper.
Pinch of salt. Yeah. Pop the lid on and give it a nice shake.
Wow.
You see it's kind of slightly emulsified. The emulsion will break down, but that's okay.
Right, now it's all that's left is the mixy. So we're going to mix it into a bigger bowl because this bowl isn't big enough.
And it's just going to end up all over the counter. So in it goes. Look at this. Look at all the colour and plant diversity in that.
So I am taking 2 wooden spoons. You could obviously use your hands if you want. My brother Stephen is going to pour in the dressing.
We're going to eat this right away. So you'll see it's emulsified. It's gone creamy and lovely. Obviously, to make more dressing if you want, but we want to keep this lighter.
So Steve, what would you serve this with? How would you
To me, we were recently on holidays in a warm country. We were in Greece. I would make this most evenings for dinner and serve it with some toasted sourdough bread. I just think
Might you put olives through this as well if you had them?
Capers are pretty cool. Like capers will function quite like olives too, and that they'll have that bitey, acidy, briny, and we've got a vinaigrette through it.
What a beautiful meal. This looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, we're going to plate this up for us to make it look pretty.
More.
Beautiful, wow. So this is our longevity, high protein, high fiber, 10-minute salad. And as always, I find this is just delicious served with a couple of bits of sourdough bread. Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
And just here, try it. Just rip open our bread.
Okay, yeah.
Try this. Just for so good.
And go straight in here.
Just on it, like straight on. Like I just think that's such a. Like it's so good, isn't it? Like to me, that's eating at its best.
That is elegance. That is seasonal, delicious, high fiber, high protein, really tasty food. Like that's as good as it gets. That's simple and elegant.
Yeah. Do check it out. Thank you so much for watching. We're the Happy Pear. We're all about trying to help you eat more veg so you'll be healthier and happier.
Better for you, better for the planet. If you do like what we do, we've got a recipe club. We've got more than 1,000 of our recipes and an amazing community to support one another. There's a link down below. So please do check that out. Thanks, Mel.